Hi guys, EBPMAN here with Tablets for Me. And today we're going to take a look at the second generation Moto 360 smartwatch. This is the 46mm version. Let's take a look at this product and see what's changed. So opening up the box is pretty simple. They've done a really nice job on the packaging, so all I'm going to do is pull the bottom right here and rotate it around. Several things have changed with the Motorola 360. I think one of the things that is most important, and I wish other manufacturers followed suit, Samsung is starting to do this now. I wish Apple did it as well, and that's that the Moto 360 is now compatible with a variety of phones, which it always was on the Android ecosystem, but now it also includes the iPhone. So if you are an iPhone user and you really want a watch that looks a smartwatch that looks like a smartwatch, or actually looks like a real watch, this is a really elegant looking watch. It looks like the real thing, and it doesn't give you that geek look, I would say. So we'll take a look at the unboxing in further detail, but it is a very good looking watch. I'm surprised that they also went through just the process here with the packaging, which we're going to see in a second. So opening it up, putting it to the side. This does look like a high-end watch package. A lot of them have covers and boxes like this, but this is a well thought out packaging. And what we'll do is we'll remove the watch, and you'll notice how, well, that's interesting. This opens to the side. Here we have the watch. And again, this is the 46mm bezel, so this is the larger one with the cognac band. So this has the leather band, and the bands are much more removable, but that's nice. Inside, what you're going to find is our charging cable. So the charging cable for this model is connected, and it is a micro USB charging cable, but it's connected to the power block. You also have here the charging stand, and remember this uses Qi charging to charge. So here's our charging stand. In addition to the charging stand, let's see what else we have in here. Okay, that's pretty much it. We have a Moto Care guide, and we also have a safe, smart, protected guide. Probably safety when using your watch because you don't want to hurt yourself, obviously. Yeah, right. So that's all to it. So you have your power cord, you have these informational guides, your charging station, and then you have your Moto 360. We're going to start up this watch and see what the process is, and we'll go ahead and pair it. And we'll even pair it with an iPhone to see how that pairing process works. So let's talk a little bit about the specs and what's actually changed in the watch. First thing, you just wanted to highlight that the glass that it has is Gorilla Glass version 3. It's a backlit LCD, and now the watch is available in a couple versions. It's available in a 42mm, and it's also available in a 46mm. And the 42mm is available in two types, right? So this is the man's version, but there's also a woman's version. And the woman's version, while it's 42mm, right? They're talking about the watch itself. The bands are thinner, so it makes it look much more feminine, and it's a smaller case. Now, the one thing that I also wanted to highlight is, really when it comes to processing power, one of the things that we saw with the original Moto 360 was that the processor was slow, or wasn't as powerful. It received a lot of criticism. This processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, has 1.2 gigahertz quad core, and it's has what is called an Adreno 305 with 450 megahertz GPU. So that's the graphics processing unit. That's for all the geeks that want to know what the specs are like. From a sensor perspective, it has the standard accelerometer, gyroscope, all that neat stuff. But one of the things that really is important to me is battery life. So for the 46mm version, which what you see right here, it does have a larger battery. The battery for this version is a 400 milliamp hour battery, and LG just announced that they have their LG Urban version, and that one, from what I saw in the specs, has a 560 milliamp hour battery, which is going to be a little bit larger than this. So it will be interesting to see how well this this watch will last throughout the day, because they claim that you should be able to get up to 2 days of use, and it really depends on if you have the light on or off, or the LCD on or off. There's something called ambient display, which means that at all times you're going to be able to see a watch face, and then there are those of us who just turn it off and you see your watch face when you press the button to see it, or when you move your wrist. So depending on what your mode of use, that's going to affect your battery life. It does come with 4 gigabytes of internal storage and 512 megabytes of RAM for processing. Bluetooth 4.0, low energy, and it is Wi-Fi enabled, and you can use your Wi-Fi. It does have on the side here, and we'll go right here, the mic. So it has 2 mics that you're going to be able to use. I don't see where the second one is, but it does say that it has a couple mics, so dual digital mics, but I only see one right there. I don't see a second one. If I see it and I find it, I'll let you guys know. The other thing that has changed is how the bezel works, or how you connect your watch bands. And you notice right here, this is using kind of a traditional model watch band. So the band itself is more like your traditional watches, and it also makes it easier to remove. I have a couple bands. I have a leather band, and this is the cognac band, but I also have one that is a Submariner band that is water resistant, more than leather, and I actually am going to switch this. This is going to be my dress band, and then I'll have the black band, which is rubberized, for when I go running, because it is also IP67 certified, which means it's going to be water resistant and dust resistant. So overall, it's a good looking watch, and if I were to put it on just so you can see for a second, I'm a little darker and hairier, so you can see how the band blends in nicely with my skin tone. But it is, I like, the style right now for a lot of the guys is to have a big watch, and you can see not the biggest guy, but you can see that it looks pretty good on the wrist, much better than I would say the Gear S or some of the Gear watches. So let's start this thing up and see how the startup process is. All right, so let's get a little closer so we can see the startup process. This watch does still have, the traditional sensor in the back to get your heart rate. And what we're going to do is just going to power it up. And all I'm going to do is just press the button here to power it up. On the bottom, there's the famous flat tire that you see there. So it cuts off the screen a little bit, and that's because there's a light sensor here. But we'll see the screen has been improved, battery life. We've talked about CPU. All in all, it is a better version of the previous 360. You can see how colorful that is. I'll try to put it in an angle so the colors come out much nicer. And right now, what we're ready to do is just says welcome. So we're going to swipe. And it's all the setup. So we're going to choose English for our version, agree to the privacy policy, and it says connect your watch to a power source, maybe due to the battery. So I have the docking station here, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So I've connected the battery to the docking station, or place it in it because it's a wireless charger. Now it says I'm ready to swipe to continue. The next thing is they'd like to have it paired with a phone. So start your pairing with your phone. So what we're going to do is it's pretty common to pair this with an Android phone, but I thought it'd be cool for us to pair it on this review with an iPhone. So let me grab an iPhone and we'll go ahead and do that. So the first thing you're going to do is go into your iPhone, and this is an iPhone 6s running the latest iOS 9 software, and you're going to choose Get and install the Android Wear software from the Apple Marketplace. Now that I've installed the Android Wear, I'm going to hit Next, and I'm just going to accept the Google Fit. So I'm going to accept that. I'm going to enable the Bluetooth sharing. Say OK. And now I'm going to look to pair it with my device. And notice how it's identified the 360 rather quickly. Let's zoom in so you can see that really good. And we're going to choose that. Now it's communicating, and it's asking me to put in a passcode that is on the phone on the watch. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the passcode that's on the watch, and that's on the display. So we're going to put that number in. And now that I've keyed it in, it's going to go through its setup process. So we'll let it see. So you can see what happened on the watch. Let's bring that in focus right there. So there was a code that came up, and now it says that it's successfully paired. So now it's updating. And you see it's doing that simultaneously. So you see that on the watch and on the iPhone. And like I said when we were doing the unboxing, I wish really that other manufacturers were doing this, where you had the ability to use and mix devices. There's nothing wrong with having an iPhone and not choosing an iWatch and choosing a different type of watch based on your style if you don't want something that is just square. Or for that matter, as you look at the Gear S, which is more rectangular and larger, if you want to just use something that looks like more like a real watch so that it doesn't stand out. So right now it's doing its update. We're going to let it continue through the update process, and then we'll come back to it once it's completed. Both the watch and the phone have completed the update process, and we'll bring the phone in focus, or the watch in focus. You can see that it's now showing the time and its charge rate. So now it prompts us to explore. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this button right here. And what it's going to do is it's going to show us a little video or animation about all the things that you can do with the watch combined with your phone. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that. We're going to finish setting up our watch. I'm going to hit continue. And it's going to ask me to log in. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with my credentials. And I'm going to say, yes, I'm in. Now, one of the things I can choose is to turn off notifications. So that would be Gmail messages, things that are coming up. I'm going to say, not now. I could enable location services, which I will do. I'll choose to enable that. I'm going to allow that. Access the calendar on your watch, so if you wanted to see that, and I'm fine with that, so I'm going to enable that and say OK. And now what you have is the option is to change or get some more faces. And there is a huge marketplace for faces out there, and this is what really sets these phones apart, because it makes it look so realistic. And here are several of the ones that are already available in this application, but you could actually get many more. So you can get watch faces that look like designer watches, and we'll do a video on that as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stay with kind of the basic face. We won't change anything, and we'll just go back. And pretty much that's the setup. That's the entire process. So these are all the things that you can do. So it's pretty, I would say, a functional product, even though it's connected to an iWatch or to in this case, an iPhone. So you can see your agenda, alarms, reminders. You also, the interesting thing is that you can use OK Google for that, and you have Gmail card settings as well. So that was the setup process, and with an iPhone 6s. And what we'll do is we'll do a review now of the watch itself. So this concludes our unboxing and just quick review of the Moto 360 2nd edition for 2015. In the next couple of videos, and you'll see this coming up in the next couple of days, I'll have videos on how to use the watch, how to change the band. You'll notice that when we started the video, the band was a brown band, and now you notice that I have a black band. So I'm going to review several bands that are going to allow you to change the look and feel of your watch, as well as I'm going to show you how to dress up your watch so that you have a designer look on your watch. So you can see I changed the face, and this happens to be a designer watch face that I've installed. So I'm going to show you all those things, several tips and tricks, and that's to come in the next couple days. So as always, thanks for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it on the YouTube channel, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.